Hello, this is Mix Spar, and I'm going to read the leader of the Wilder Kramm. And we'll do that. We'll start off with instructions, such as in yellow, got well, the word say in the background being the conveyor belts, and so this is show design. He sets 41545 and instructions. So they got like a city fireman. So that cover gets his piece list of I call Kramm 68 pieces, which actually makes them well. So the highest amount of pieces. Got the Series 6 Mixel checklist. I got the Mixel's Rush page, which is GACK2AMM8R, so just jackhammer when decoded. And that's it. And here's Kramm. So his name is, so it's based on the word Kramm, which is spelled C-R-A-M. His name is spelled K-R-A-M-M. He's, and well, there's another Mixel try that's primarily coloured in yellow, but it's also a black and grey mixing, and I do think it's a very striking colour combination. I think definitely more colour when it's mixed with black. And Kramm is meant to resemble a sort of rock mixing machine, so it looks like it's also to break down something. And we'll say that that's a rock mixer, but does have a very interesting shape. The slope pieces as well gives it an interesting shape. Gets as Pixel that has the minifigure heads for now, which is very cool usage of the minifigure heads. Even has the minifigure builder hat as his eyelids, and it does also has transparent reds, which is a cool feature. On this main body, there's also these sort of brick textures on the sides and all on the back. I think that's a very cool detail there. And so now you can actually move the eyelids around. So this is a more neutral position. You can difficult to do. This meant to be doable. Seem to, you know what? So I think I might be able to do this. I might do shortcuts on reverb repositions the eye. And there we go. That's what looks like repositioned. Doesn't look that much different actually. So I think that doesn't really make a difference to the expression being pulled. He always seems to look neutral. Like looks like to the sides. Looks a little bit. This when it's to one side. Yeah, that's a little bit of it, but just not by a lot. Okay, and so we'll also notice is that his arms are different. So his right arm is a jack, which resembles a jack. What do you think? It's actually cool, but well, it's less cool when you take the fact that it looks a bit like a willy. His left hand, so he has a large left hand, which is not this. It's large. he also has ball to feet. So his feet spirits look are the pieces that are for the top half of a sort of a rock, which is very cool. Ball has got large rounds, and he also has a. He does have a large black tongue, which is also a nice feature. So yeah, so say about his design, because his posability, you can rotate the eye first. So you're probably gonna end up popping it off anyway, but it's can useful to look at make it look in a particular direction. Fortunately, doesn't have mouth articulation. He's the only male in the world who does not have mouth articulation. His right eye's on the bottom, so you can inch it up and down, move it forwards and backwards. I think I mentioned you can rotate it for 60 degrees. Here you go. Yep. Also, cool feature. You can actually rotate this, so spin it a bit. It doesn't spin freely, but it's what it is. You actually make it act a bit like a jackhammer. And his left hand, so it's also ball jointed. Rotate it for 60 degrees. Yep. Up and down. Move it forwards and backwards. And the fingers, so he does have 3 fingers, including a thumb. They all hinge up down individually, which is very cool. So you can do a thumb up if you wanted to. You can make it a 1 to 2. It's got enough fingers to do that. So let's just notice a piece came off. There's these yellow girl pieces, which is let's get brought off, and there we go. And just reposition the left hand. You can rotate the way 60 degrees, so he actually is one of the one. It's very cool. It does spin freely, which is cool. So you can there's an attack of some sorts, and his feet can also hinge up and down. So there we go. So he has more unique vertical for Mixel. So his eye course can rotate. Everything different with being different to each other, but they're both ball jointed. So they have one major thing in common, and his feet have less posability than the standard Mixel feet, but at least it's different. And he also has face rotation, which is very cool. That's all that I have to say about Kramm. He is a very Pixel. He is with I think the Series 6 Pixel, the first listed, later the Wilder series, which is mostly the primary Series 6 Pixel try, and and it does have the very cool yellow, black, and grey color scheme. That's the have. It has a very cool uses to it. So very the way that is made body shaped. His jackhammer arm, his large left hand, bolder feet. Has some unique posability for Mixel as well. Comes to issues that say, however, the fact that he lacks mouth articulation and his right arm looks like a bit like a which it is a bit an awkward. It's there you go. And so here's those. So for me personally, I wouldn't actually my favorite though, but he's still a very cool Nexus. So I'm going to give him an Ace Watch out of 10. So until we'll have next.